Hey guys, it's Paul from Ashen. It is new comic book day for the week of October 4th, and we're going to get started right now.
Hey guys, Tim from Capes and Scowls in the comic book store, and I put all the trades out already because I wasn't thinking, so I'm not going to tell you about the trades that come out this week. But there's several, and they're all amazing.
First up, we have Avengers 672. We are back to legacy numbering. This is Worlds Collide. It's going to be the first of, seems like every legacy tie-in is going to have a crossover of some sort or a new arc. We don't know. But this is the Avengers and the Champions getting together to face one of the Avengers' older people. I'm not going to give it away, but he hasn't been in the comics for a while, and now he and his planet are going to be causing havoc and wreaking havoc for the Avengers and the Champions combined. So far, it's pretty decent. It's well written. Mark Waid always does a good job, and the art was good too. So, if you haven't been reading the Avengers for a while, check this one out. I hear soon you're going to get some awesome writing done by Mark Waid, Jim Zub, and Al Ewing. So this is probably going to be one of the marquee titles that Marvel's going to be pushing through a lot.
All right, guys, first up, I've got The Tick, #1. You know me, and you don't. I love The Tick. The Tick is one of the funniest comics / cartoons, one of the hardest Super Nintendo games ever. It's a lot of fun. It is written by Cullen Bunn, which is very interesting to me. The man writes such a variety of books. I wondered how would he translate to The Tick? Perfectly. The dialogue sounds like The Tick. It is basically, there's two stories, but basically what you got to know of your main story is they go down to the dock, because that's where seedy things happen. Arthur and The Tick, they fight ninjas, and as they're fighting the ninjas, murder clowns appear. Despite them being the natural enemy of ninjas, they decide to work together to take out The Tick. Interesting things happen. He may get hit on the head. He may start speaking French. This book is a lot of fun. If you like The Tick, you're getting good Tick.
Next up, we have Astonishing X-Men issue #4. I've been saying it from the beginning. Astonishing X-Men is the X title that I read now. It has been fantastic. We are still dealing with the Shadow King versus Charles Xavier in the Shadow Realm with everybody as pawns. We have Old Man Logan out in London just wreaking havoc because he is owned by the Shadow King right now, and people trying to fix him while at the same time not end up being the next pawn, and things don't go well. The art has been great. The writing has been fantastic on this. This is an amazing book, especially if you are an X-Men fan. Pick up Astonishing X-Men. It is the comic that you should be reading.
All right, guys, for my next book, we got The Punisher, Platoon, by Garth Ennis, who's written a lot of good Punisher. Welcome Back Frank, Bourne, amongst others. This is a story of the Punisher before he's the Punisher. There's a guy who is trying to write a story about Frank Castle before he's the Punisher and his time serving in the armed forces. And he is talking to retired soldiers that worked with Frank in the field, and basically he wants to find out really the start of the story. He's written other stories about Frank Castle and about the Punisher, and he feels like he's got the end of the story. He wants to write the beginning. He wants to talk about a tour that he did where he came back and his family was still alive. He wants to know what Frank Castle was like before his family got murdered. The soldier, the good soldier. And it's a really cool story. I really liked how it was told. And I thought it was pretty good. And Garth Ennis is typically pretty good, and he's on point. The man knows war stuff. He loves this. So there you go. I recommend it. If you're a fan of Garth Ennis, you'll like this.
And my pick of the week, Batman White Knight issue #1. It's an 8-issue miniseries. This has been an awesome book. It is I don't know if it's necessarily an alternate world or anything like that, but picture a world where through the brutalization of Batman, the Joker has become sane, and he is going to save Gotham from Batman and the GCPD and everything like that. It was beautifully written. I really liked how it was going and really liked how it was set up. And I want to see where this goes. The idea of a sane Joker and a nearly insane Batman is an interesting idea, and I'll be definitely interested to see where this one goes. And I think you should definitely check it out too. It was just well written, and the art was awesome.
All right, guys, for my final book, how could I not talk about Harley and Ivy Meet Betty and Veronica? This was good. All three of my books were good. Who knew? The basic plot point is Veronica's father is going to tear down the swamps to build a shopping mall and a college and do generally good things, but he's going to destroy the swamp to do it. And Poison Ivy hears about it, and her and Harley decide to go to Riverdale and try to first talk him out of it, and if that doesn't happen, well, they're just going to get into all kinds of hijinks. The art style is pretty good. It's not too over-the-top cartoony. It's weird to kind of see Archie and everybody drawn in different styles because you're so used to that classic style of Archie. But I think this works, and it's a unique book. It has some interesting plot points. I don't want to give them away, but if you want a humorous book that's not too over the top, at least not yet, this is a pretty good book. And the main story is by Paul Dini. So everybody loves Paul Dini, right? That's how that works, right? Everybody. So yeah, read this. All my books were good this week.
All right, that's it, guys. It's another week down. It is the beginning of the month, so I want to thank all our Patreon people, all of our Patreon supporters. You guys have been awesome. Specifically, I want to shout out Chris B, Jim B, Hino, Matt G, Ross C, David B, Julian C, Chris L, Jeremy F, Roland H, John T, and Matt S. You guys were extremely awesome this month. We truly appreciate it. We'll leave a link down below if you guys want to check out our Patreon to see some of our behind-the-scenes content and our exclusive content that we don't put out elsewhere. Again, guys, thanks a huge amount. We really can't do a lot of what we do without you guys. And for everybody else, we will see you guys next week.